starts right now.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Eric Yutzi.
I'm Christy Kruger. Here's a look at some of the stories on this Tuesday morning.
More help on the way for the people devastated by Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas. Our own Roy Ramos flying into storm-ravaged Marsh Harbor with a private charter company, Tropic Ocean Airways. The company coordinating more than 100 evacuations over the past few days. Those who have made it to Nassau, they're staying with family or friends, while others have been placed in shelters. A team from the World Central Kitchen also there on the ground providing hot meals for victims while those relief supplies are coming in.
We had to go up in the attic in a matter of minutes. We didn't know whether the roof was going to blow off or whether the water was going to keep rising. I didn't think we were going to survive.
An elderly American woman who survived the storm is now back here in South Florida after being evacuated on a medical flight. 85-year-old Virginia Massa arrived on a Trinity Air ambulance in Fort Lauderdale. She spent 2 days trapped in a home in Freeport. We are told her son-in-law used electrical wires to make a hammock in order to keep her above the rising water. Virginia was so dehydrated, paramedics couldn't read her blood pressure. She's also being treated for an infection in her leg.
As soon as he walks in the class, the whole entire class jumps up and they're like, "Oh my God, Makai, we missed you, we missed you."
Look at this warm welcome for a toddler returning to preschool after living through Dorian in the Bahamas. 3-year-old Makai and his mother were visiting family in Freeport when they got stuck there during the storm. They hunkered down in Grandma's house. Afterward, little Makai threw out his ruined toys, put on his Spider-Man life vest because he wanted to help. Monday, he finally returned to school in Pembroke Pines, was met with big hugs from his classmates.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
A grenade found in a garbage brought the bomb squad out in Pembroke Pines. Take a look at what appears to be an old ammo box with a canteen in it. An employee at the waste management facility on Pembroke Road spotted that grenade underneath it. BSO's bomb unit did determine the device was not live and actually used for training only emitting white smoke when it detonated.
As breaking news happens, we'll keep you covered on air and online.
And head on over to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates all day long.